What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys had a great day, great night. So as PX yesterday, we had this nice little unexpected downside, right? Nice little unexpected downside. But we do understand that after this entire move up, right, we went almost 170 points towards 3,900, and once we got here, including myself, I wasn't sure of downside, right? I'll be honest, like your mind just starts seeing upside only, like psychologically, and this was actually a good, very good resistance point, right? Now I did have spy puts from Friday, obviously, and I took them off on this huge drop right here. Took my exits, saved my cash, and but this was a very clear resistance to short 3,900, right? For risk reward, because 3,900 would be hard, as we can see. This is a 30-minute chart that there was some resistance. I have the SPX USD chart open right now. Yesterday we closed at these levels and we're up about 30-40 points right on pre-market. The question is, do we hold these levels, right? Do we hold these levels? Where do we go from here? All right, so if we go on the daily, and I'll just remove these, where do we go from here, right? Like here in this chart, to pick a direction right here is actually very tricky, right? I will agree, it is like I cannot just be like, okay, I know which way the market is gonna go. Consolidation in here, the move that we got yesterday from top to bottom was a huge move. It was a continued move, right? There were no bumps. It was just straight down, and a lot of money was made on puts if anybody did play those puts, right? Personally, I played Costco and I nailed it. That was good for me, right? Apart from that, not much. Tesla I missed. Platinum Sachs absolutely nailed it, right? LB was pretty patient too yesterday. Usually, you guys know he throws a trade after trade. T nailed his AMC, and so what exactly happens in this zone? I don't know. Today we can balance here again, and maybe we can go towards 3,900 again. But if we do test 3,900 today again, without a second look, I'm going to be shorting this market. Like I will actually short this market for a scalp. I'll hold on to it. I'll keep my stop loss maybe 15-20 points above on SPX. But if I get the downside, I'm looking for 50 to 70 points to a downside. So increasing my ratio. All right. And also another thing, the flip level, the volatility trigger level is now 39.10. So as long as we're under 39.10, we remain bearish, or the market I think remains bearish. So bearish in the sense that there's more downside pressure, there's more negative gamma buildup, and then that will drive the market lower. All right. But if we do get close to 3,900 today, I will be most likely adding on shorts. I'll alert if I do. All right. And then obviously above 39.10, 39.20, we can see towards 39.50 first, and then 4,000 obviously. All right. 3,900, 4,000, and we do have a gap fill here too. I think Kemani Rel we mentioned 37.95, I believe, that, and then obviously we have but I think if we do go below 3,800 and we don't hold 3,800, there could be a faster sell-off, right? And I posted some charts in pre-market. They're from Gamma, but focus on the charts, right? Writing is fine, but focus on the charts. Those charts are technical, and there's some good information in those charts. There's some put call charts. And for today and this week, I posted the SPY and Q's open interest on SPY, all right, on major strikes. So please look at them, because that will be your great guidance for what the market will do, where the pull is towards. All right, so do look at that. And then LB, I do like your trade of the week, City. In fact, I was actually going to add puts on City too this week, and I think this is a great time to add 50. I think it's a great time. I'm just adding, letting this week finish on it maybe, because they might want to close it fully green, possibly. I don't know. Right, but I think this is a great time to add on some bank puts for longer term swing, right? If I wish I could explain why for the coming months, but banks are very likely to see low of the year and go much down further, right? If you follow financials, the stats, YCC, and many other things in the market, you will understand why banks will perform poorly in the coming months, right? But again, can they go up? Of course they can go up. So manage your size. Only go in as much as you can. As per your account. So I would add some exposure on banks just personally, and I'm looking to add some soon. And then we have Amazon still holding on top of this range. Let's see if it can continue holding 112. If 112 can be held, we go higher, and then 102 break. I have this written from before. 102 breaks, then it's likely we have a 20-point drop in Amazon, and that's going to be a big drop, right? I think that's when capitulation may take place. And then we have Google also yesterday, huge move down. Right, it's actually been weak, much weaker than the rest, right? Others are trading near the above the zone, but Google gave up some gains. So do keep an eye on Google. I think pre-market is only up $1, so not much, right? 20 points. So let's see Google if I can just continue holding these levels, because it is in this balance. It's very hard to predict what is going to happen. The only thing I can see here is a bear flag on a bigger time frame, right? I see, it will be from here. So I see a bear flag here that is going to break down further. That's what I see, to be honest, right? But again, I don't know, right? It's one day at a time. Let's see what happens, right? And Roku, I think somebody's was playing Gagan, if it was you, I believe, right? This thing also, I think to me this is actually a bearish pattern. I think this also goes sideways a bit and then eventually falls down further, right? It's not that I'm bearish, guys. I think sometimes with green candles, we just expect, oh, now the market is gonna bottom, let's rip the market back up, maybe. But please understand the bigger picture outside, right? You guys need to focus on in Europe, in Japan, in Asia, you know, all those countries, what exactly is going on. All right, so please do look at those things. It will make more sense why playing upside is so hard for me, at least, right? And Qs also, if I was to go right near the top of the range, and 300 is a super resistance on Qs. 300 is a super resistance. At 300, I will short this with my eyes closed, right? Up for a scalp. I'm pretty sure I'll catch at least $2 to a downside. So if we do get towards the 300, I will probably take shorts if that does happen, right? And tech is a bit stronger than the other indexes when it's making moves lately. So do keep an eye. All right. TLT also. Not much. It's just been stuck in this zone at the 115, but I think it's going to make a big move sooner. In the next few days, we get a directional move on TLT, I believe. Right. Along with this, I'm also watching the 10-year, as you guys know, right? But 10-year has also been holding. If 10-year goes up, then obviously for TLT, it becomes a bit harder to go up. All right. So if the 10-year stays above 3 and goes for 310, 320, then TLT likely goes down. And along with that, you want to watch the commodity index, the DBC. We have some bounces here. I don't think this bounce holds. I think it might give up more to a downside. So let's watch. Now this DBC US 10-year, I'm not looking to trade them. These are just more to give you an idea of what's happening in the market, so you can make a better decision with SPX, right? Because all these things go together. There's so many things, right? Again, if you're new, for you it might be confusing, but as time goes by, I hope you guys understand this. Take the time to know what these moves, how they relate with the market, right? What they means. And then we have HYZ bonds, nice little inflows yesterday, the day before, but then yesterday gave up some gains. So let's see if I can hold on to the same with JNK, right? A similar move as the other bond ETF. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So all these charts that I just pulled up, most of them I don't trade, but you need to know what they're doing in order to know what's happening in the market. All right, and I did post some good information pre-market. Please do go over it, and let's see what happens. And then DXY also, I think this level it better hold if it wants to continue higher. Lower than these levels of July 8th and 7th. If we continue holding lower, then we'll probably see much lower.